Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. Wanted to show off another Vectrex game because I was just thinking about the Vectrex recently. And in fact, somebody made a comment on the thing that I picked up at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo that had Protector and Yazzie on the one cartridge. Somebody had mentioned, hey, that's a really nice overlay you've got there. Where'd you get that from? It was from a guy who was making custom overlays. I don't think he does it anymore. It was easily 8 or 9 years ago that I got it. And this one is from the same stack. This is for Spike Hoppin, which we're going to play here in a second. But there's the overlay. Hope we can make that out. It's not bad material. It's a little flimsy and thin, but it certainly works. So I'm not going to complain. Again, I don't think the guy does them anymore. So, but it was a good excuse to maybe fire up this Spike Hoppin, which is a Q Bert type game. So let's just go into it. Now you can use, I'm using the standard controller here with button number 2. You can actually select, instead of a standard joystick, an angled joystick. So you're kind of playing Q Bert like that. I'm going to stick with standard though, because that's generally easier for me to handle. So let's give it a whirl. And there we go. Now of course, being that the Vectrex doesn't have any color options, how do you know which box you've already jumped on? Oh, darn it. That is done through brightness. You will just basically jump on each of the cubes, or whatever it would be called in this case, triangles. And as you jump on them, they become less bright. So that's sort of what we're going for here. Okay. Let me get the top ones. Okay, there we go. Now we're moving. And yeah, not a bad little Q Bert type game. And it does that whole thing, which is pretty cool. Given the limitation of the Vectrex that you don't have colored raster display to work with, I think this is a decent little solution with the brightness factor. And I'm in big trouble here. It's a decent little homebrew. I mean, oh, where did I go? Hang on. Oh, I might be in trouble. Oh, maybe not. Can he do it? Come on, come on. Yay, we did it. That's really good, actually. And yeah, I like the sort of color pattern that this overlay gives the triangles. The Spike voice is done in the actual homebrew ROM. Like, I don't have a voice cartridge for my Vectrex, darn it. So that's actually coming out of the game itself. And it plays pretty decently. Let's get away from the top. Ooh, I think I'm in trouble. Oh, wait. Some hope yet. Get away from him. He's not the snake in this game. He's like some kind of African mask or something. Oh! Okay. Also a little bit difficult to tell where the standard pattern is for where to jump. Which admittedly even regular old Q Bert kind of has. But it's a little bit exacerbated on the Vectrex because you don't... Like, it's a little more guesswork. Let's see if we can... Where's he going to go? Okay, let's go that way. Oh, darn it. Literally, darn it, on screen. At least this should be relatively easy. Just 2 more squares, or triangles. That's really nice there with the flickering, making it kind of glow all the different colors. I do like that. It's a good overlay. I'm almost thinking I might want to switch to the modded Genesis controller because I think that might make this a lot easier. Ooh, let's see. Where are you going? You're going that way, obviously. I'll go this way. Oh, now we're moving. Now we're cooking with gas. Oh, except for doing that was probably not the best idea. And game over. You know what? Yeah, I am going to switch to the other controller. Bear with me here. Okay, and now with modded Genesis controller, let's try the same thing again. I won't do the tilt. I'll do standard stick. It does feel better, actually. I recommend, if possible, use the Genesis controller or any other. I think much as I love the analog stick thing that the Vectrex default controller has, there are times you're going to run into games that doesn't really lend itself very well to, and I think this is one of them. I definitely am finding this easier to control now with the Genesis controller. See if I can do this without even using up one of the magic power-up boxes. Or what do you call it? Those little things on the sides. Woohoo! Look at that! Not a single use of the power-up. So yeah, this is Spike Hoppin. Apparently these are magic discs, and that is Spud, the African mask thing that's chasing you around. Really good little homebrew. Oh, darn it. Literally. Nice little homebrew for the Vectrex. One that I don't think would work or look as nice without this overlay. Where you might get a Spike Hoppin overlay in this day and age, I don't know. There are other people that are making these things, so I'm sure somebody out there would be able to accommodate. I really recommend it if at all possible, because it is the kind of game that I think benefits from having an overlay. Ooh, very good. Can I jump on there? No, I missed it up. Yeah, so I just thought I would show off this. Really like all the Vectrex has to offer, and this is no different. This is Spike Hoppin on the Vectrex. Nice little homebrew from a while ago. I'm not sure how long ago this was even available. It might have also been an unlockable mode in another game. I think there are a few where you've been able to put in a certain code, and this is actually something as a bonus built into the game. Alright, well, until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.